Want to know what happened in the semi-finals of Super Rugby? Stay tuned. Welcome back to Skinnybru Rugby, guys. So the semi-finals are done and there are two victors, the Crusaders and the Jaguares. They are meeting in Christchurch for the final this week. So I'm home, but I'm still on a couple of days of leave, so I still don't have the right computer with me to do my little animations and pop-ups. So for now it's just going to be a normal video of just me talking, but I'll still do my recap of the weekend. The winner on Superbru for the weekend, Benas 3, and the leader is still me for the second week in a row. So if I have my stuff right, I think I'll win this one in the final, hopefully. I don't know what Spoon is going to say about that one. Let's have a look at what happened this weekend. After the first game, I have to congratulate the Jaguares. They beat the Brumbies by a massive margin. I did not expect it to be this big, by 39-7. They totally annihilated the Brumbies in front of a massive 31,000 fans at the stadium, which was awesome to see. I said last week I hope they come out in numbers for the semi-finals. The Brumbies, they were totally outplayed. Even at their strongest facet, the lineouts, which they usually use really well, the Jaguares really just was prepared for their set piece. They lost 7 of their lineouts in this game. The Jaguares was in the Brumbies' half for most of the first half, and the first try they scored was a little bit lucky, but again it was from a kick. They do utilize their kicking a lot this season, and the bounce was lucky, as it was a lot of times in the game, but that's how it goes sometimes. The Brumbies, they were under pressure at line out, like I said, and they really struggled with their mauls. The Jaguares, they were good at their mauls on the other hand, and by the 20th minute the Jaguares led by as many points, and at that point the Brumbies wasn't even in the Jaguares 22 yet, and they only had 20% possession of the ball. The Brumbies seemed to turn the game around a little bit by the end of the half, getting a try, and the score was 20-7 at halftime. The second half, the lineout looked a little bit better for the Brumbies, and the possession was 50-50 in that half. But as the Jaguares do, they kept on pouncing on all the mistakes of the Brumbies. If there was a knock on, the backline was on that ball and they capitalized with it, a couple of tries from there. When the score reached 27-7, the crowd really started getting into the game and chanting, and that was just awesome to see. I think the Jaguares is going to miss that home atmosphere next week when they go to Christchurch. The Brumbies, in the whole game they were flat on attack, while the Jaguares gave a rush defense and the Brumbies just could not handle it. The Brumbies, they for sure missed a guy like Pete Samu, who has been playing really well in recent weeks. The Brumbies, this was their heaviest final defeat they've ever had. They've never lost by this far. The stats for the Jaguares that really look good: they beat 31 defenders in this game and had 9 clean breaks, so that's awesome stats from them. As for the final, I hope some supporters go out and go check out the game in Christchurch. Otherwise, some other fans who might not be happy with the Crusaders who are in the final should put on some white and blue kits and go watch that game and support the Argentinians. Up next, it was the Crusaders securing yet another final spot, beating the Hurricanes 32-26. The possession in this game was more 50-50. It wasn't as one-sided as the Brumbies versus Jaguares game. This game was very equal. The Hurricanes had the upper hand with defenders beaten 24-18. The Hurricanes, though, they missed only 15 tackles to the 26 of the Crusaders, but they gave away 7 penalties to the 3 of the Crusaders, and that 7 penalties really cost them in this game. At the end of the day, the Hurricanes will regret their missed kicks in this one. They missed 1 penalty and 1 conversion, and as I predicted before this week, the game would go down to the kicking of Mahunga and Barrett, and that has happened. Mahunga, he had a good day on the tee, while Barrett is always not the best kicker, but he did create nice gaps for them to score tries. So it's always difficult for me with Barrett. He is still world class. In the first half, the Crusaders had most of the possession. The Hurricanes kept on kicking the ball away to them, and I don't know why they did that. That was not at all what I expected from them. The Hurricanes, they gave away unnecessary penalties in the first half. They were very poor at their lineouts, but they did manage to find themselves by the end of the half and get through gaps and score a try and look to be a little bit closer to what we expect from them. And then as for the second half, the Hurricanes also started with another try. After that, Marshall, who just came on for the Hurricane, he had a very poor mistake from a kick. It was a soft try where he just did not field the ball correctly. He rushed to the ball, but you have to slow down when you see the ball's gonna bounce in front of you so that you can read the bounce, and the bounce was under his hand and it was an easy try for the Crusaders. So yeah, that soft try is also something they shouldn't have gave away. The Crusaders, they managed to hold on to this game even though the Hurricanes did look better for most of the second half. They should probably be very angry with the loss, the Hurricanes. After that knock on from Perenara, which the referee said was a knock on, which was actually Whitelock's hand. You can see it clearly. No one can argue with that. I think even Crusaders fans could say he did knock that ball on, which would have been a cynical play and a yellow card. But yeah, it's a difficult one. Look, as I understand it, and this is also how Mallet said after the game for SuperSport, the TMO can't do anything about it. There wasn't any points scored after that, and there was also no dangerous play like a high tackle or something like that. So the TMO can't step in. It's down to the 3 guys on the field, the 2 assistant referees and the referee on the day, to see that, and if they miss it, he can't do anything. So it's a bit of the issue, and that actually probably cost the Hurricanes the game. They would have won it, I think. They looked definite to score from there, but it's also not a for sure. It's only a percentage, 80%, 90%. It could have went wrong, and the Hurricanes have other stuff to kick themselves about. Stuff like those kicks that they missed. They gave away silly penalties. A soft try they gave away. So there's other things he also should consider. But I think the first day of the All Blacks training camp, Perenara and Whitelock, they are going to have a little bit of a discussion. So let me know your thoughts of the weekend. Let me know, are you happy with who won the games? Who do you think deserves to win the final? Not who you think who will win the final. Who do you think deserves to win this final? That's my question for you for the week. Please consider subscribing if you like the channel. Check out the Facebook page. It is in the link below, and I hope to see you guys soon. Cheers.